What's up, guys? So, my name's Chris, and I am here to talk to you today about the 4-step marketing system that I built for my business. Now, I grew my garage and tuning businesses using this exact system. It's so simple. I have tried so many different methods, watched so many YouTube videos. I've tried expensive marketing agencies, I've tried cheap marketing agencies. Over the years, this is what I have learned. I've been doing this since 2016, and this is the system that I now use to repeatedly fill the diary. Like, we can be booked up for weeks in advance. But what I tend to do is, like, if I'm going away on holiday, I'll turn the ads down. When I'm going back from holiday, I'll turn the ads back up. I can predictably fill my diary full of bookings using this method. And this method is repeatable for any service-based business. So if you have a garage, if you have a landscaping business, you're an electrician, you're a plumber, any kind of service-based business, car detailing works really well. So this is super, super repeatable, and I'm just going to share it with you guys so we can use it all together. So the problem is, for most service-based businesses, is they're very good at the work, but you don't have a proper system for getting the work. You're heavily relying on word of mouth, which is extremely slow. Yes, if you do a good job, people will recommend you to their friends, but the chances of, if you're an electrician, they might recommend you, but how often do these people need electric works? You might be a great electrician and they recommend you to their friend, but how many friends have they got, and how many friends at one time are going to be needing electrician work? It's very slim. You need to be branching out more. You need to be finding more customers where they are when they need electrician. And I see it so many times as well. So many people wasting a lot of money on Facebook ads and boosting random posts. I see it all of the time on my Facebook feed. Is just random posts of some job you've completed being boosted, and I don't know whether you expected leads or what. You'll get 10, 20 likes from people that are miles away that are never going to book in. So that is one thing. Just stop it immediately. Stop boosting Facebook posts. So step one, website. Your website is so, so important. It is the first impression. People, when they click on your link on Google, when they go to your website, it needs to be that clean, professional, serious website. It needs to look credible and it needs to look trustworthy. And then it needs to clearly list the services that you offer. If I click on electrician's website, I want to know exactly what kind of electrics they do. Do they do house electrics, commercial electrics, gates, lighting, plugs? I don't know, new house rear wires. I want to know exactly what type of service they offer in the first bit. Boom, 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 boom. Exactly what you want to do. And then you want to have a really clear, a really simple call to action. Now, ideally, that wants to be a phone number, call us, and a contact us form straight on the page, so they don't have to click through to another place. That you don't want to make them click to contact us and then to a form. Have a contact us page, contact us box, name, email, phone number, inquiry, whatever you need to get from them to give them a quote. You need to have that on the homepage ready to go, so they're reducing the amount of clicks that there is between them clicking on your website and getting in touch. So step two, once you have a good website, is you need to send traffic to the website. Now, Google is by far the most cost-effective way that I have found to do this. For all service-based businesses, Google is the way. So with Google, you are finding people that are actively searching already. They already have buying intent. So if you can show up when somebody in your local area is searching for a plumber, the chances of them finding you and booking you is much higher than if you're scrolling on Facebook and you see an advert for a plumber, but you don't need a plumber. Do you get what I'm saying? With Google, you're finding people that have got that buying intent already. So the first thing you need to do is show up on Google, appear when your customers are searching for your service. And to do this, you need to run Google Ads. You need to set up a really simple Google Ads. So this can literally be targeting keywords: plumber near me, plumbers Coventry, wherever you're based. You know what I mean? Fix my sink. Yeah, whatever your common services are, you need to be showing up for the search terms related to that service. Okay, so I'm gonna run another video on how I would set these up as well, because it's actually super simple. Just pick the search terms off the top of your head, maybe run them through ChatGPT, get some alternatives, and then you just want to get them in Google, test them, see how they work. You have to swap and change some out. Some will work better than others, but that you need to get started. You need to show up when people are searching. And then my point again about stop wasting money boosting Facebook posts. It doesn't work. Focus on search intent and not just getting likes or getting out there or whatever it is that you get from boosting Facebook posts, because you don't get any work. Now, step number 3 is social proof. Social proof is one of the most important things that you need to get now. So social proof, people are inherently untrusting. And the way to get around that is to get out there, get reviews, and post on social media. So I would recommend posting at least a couple of times a week, and don't overthink it. Just post. Just take a couple of snaps of the jobs you're doing, post it up with a short caption, just to show you're active. Because if people click on your website, the chances of them also clicking on your social media is actually really high. So they'll click through on your website, they'll check you out, they'll check your reviews, they'll check your social media. And if you've got a really nice website, you might have really good reviews, but if you then check your social media and you've not posted for 12 months, they're going to assume that, oh, maybe they're not even operating anymore. You need to just stay active. Like, don't overthink it. Just snap a couple of pictures of the work, just post it. If you're not getting many likes, you're not getting much from it, it will help the bigger picture. So keep on top of it. And this actually leads into my next point, I believe, of following up. And I'll start with automated review requests. So part of that social proof is review requests. You need to be asking your customers for reviews. When you know you've done a good job, text them, ask for a review, get them reviews up on Google. Google will rank your business higher if you have more reviews. So when somebody does search for plumber in your area, and if you've got 100 reviews and the second biggest plumber's only got 50 reviews, you're going to be top of the chart. You're going to be top of Google organically. You won't even have to pay to be there if you've got the most reviews. That's how it works. The Google algorithm loves good businesses with good reviews. It wants people on there. So really, really important. And ideally, and what I do is I have automated review requests. So once we've completed a job, it will automatically text or email the customer saying, thanks for choosing us. Can you leave us a review? Here's a link. Make it super easy. Include the link, everything. Make it super, super easy. Leave a review. It will make a massive, massive difference to your business and how you look online if you have 100 plus 5-star reviews. So with following up, also, you want to be following up on every single lead. Like, I know this sounds so basic, but follow up on every lead and every quote. So many small businesses, so many small service businesses in general will send a quote and then they won't follow up on that quote. You need to be following up on the quote at least once, depending on what kind of job you're quoting for. If it's a bigger job, I'd be following up 2-3 times. So if you quote for a job, set a reminder to follow up. Set a reminder to, 48 hours later, follow up on X, whatever his name is. Or what we have in our business is we have automated follow-ups. So it'll wait 2 days and then it will email them saying, hi, did you want to go ahead with this? And then if I don't hear back again, it'll email them again in another 2 days and say, hi, did you want to go ahead with this? Did you have any questions? Can we help with anything? Get on top of these things, because I'm telling you, this was one of the biggest changes that we made, is the automated follow-up, and it noticeably turned more inquiries into jobs. And next one is stop wasting your contacts. I know when I was first going and I just had a phone, I had a work phone full of all my contacts, full of all of our customers, all the phone numbers, all the names, all the phone numbers. And essentially they're just sitting there doing nothing. Get them in a system, get them in a CRM where you can text them, depending on, depends on the kind of service you offer, but just simple things like just drop them a newsletter or just drop them an email saying, check out our latest Facebook post if you've done something interested. If when you grow, you take on a new member of staff or you do a big job or anything that's like anything to build that relationship with that customer. Because if you just keep touching them, you haven't got to spam them. You've just got to, when something exciting happens in your business, just chuck it on an email to your existing customers. You'd be surprised at what kind of relationship you can build with people by just being yourself, just writing a quick email saying, just took on an apprentice, here's our new apprentice, John, or whatever his name is. Great to have him on the team. It's something simple. Like, it doesn't need to be a lot. Don't overthink it. Just send it. And then another one is if you're struggling with no-shows, I mean, what I would 100% recommend is taking deposits. We take deposits for every single job. No job gets booked in without a deposit for us, and it's been like that for a very long time. But depending on if you have problems with no-shows and stuff, definitely set up appointment reminders. So get them in your calendar, set up a system that will send reminders to the customer, a week before, 2 days before, 1 day before, and ask them to confirm if they're going to be attending. But like I say, I take deposits for every single job that comes in. I wouldn't do it any other way. Have to take deposits. So I would recommend that really for everybody. So yeah, bringing that all together, website, ads, social, staying active on socials, doesn't have to be fancy, and following up on every lead and every job that you've completed asking for a review. And I guarantee you, your diary will be full if you just do these steps. Like, it's so simple. And what you'll probably find is that 90% of 95% of your competition aren't doing these things. So you just do these basic things good and you will win. You will be in the top 5% of your category, of your niche. You will just do these 4 things. So yeah, that's how I did it, and that's the kind of broad overview. So that is exactly what I did. And then in some other videos, I'm going to delve a little bit further into how I've done it. I've actually done another video on how we automated our quote follow-up. But if anybody wants another breakdown, just drop us a comment. Yeah, I'm going to build it out. I'm hopefully going to show you, hopefully going to help you, and yeah, just let me know if there's any questions.